Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Ingo torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we loud, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not the off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Sure. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind, but thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not they off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day, then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say, make we no talk. But thank God say, Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This man not the off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Aha. Now you muna don't hear all these bad politicians, them we call themselves politicians. Where they thief our money, we no want make the common man get waiting supposed get for this country. Una never hear something. Now go hear one, Maiyegun, you go show na paper. Maiyegun diary Politico.
Good afternoon to you, good morning, good evening, and top of the moment to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Maiyegun live, and you can help me share this video, invite your friends, invite those who are not really your friends too, you know, tell them Maiyegun is live. I've got something to share with you today. It is now day 4 of the food blockade to Yoruba land, to southern Nigeria, where Miyetti Allah declared war on the rest of Nigeria if they will not accept the incursion, invasion, attack, terrorism, and all manner of criminalities going on across Yorubaland now, across Nigeria. They are giving conditions. If you will not let us continue, we will starve you to death. That is the impression they have, even though that is also backfiring now. But I want to call your attention to the deafening silence of those who are supposed to be the political leader, your government in Nigeria, while Miyetti Allah run the show. I think we should talk about it. So if you are watching me on Facebook, thank you for joining me. If you're watching me on YouTube, it's a pleasure having you. And if you are listening to me straight on diasporaradiointernational.com. It is also a welcome pleasure. So the point here is that I am happy to have you listening or watching right now. You see, Nigeria, we have, I keep saying that Nigeria is at the tip of a cliff and is about to roll over the cliff. And by the time the what do you call it? The impact is felt, when something rolls from the hill, right? Or from the cliff, and then the impact hit the ground. Bam! That is what everybody is waiting for now. The Nigeria you have today is no longer that Nigeria that many of you who are older than us grew up in. You see, that Nigeria, they told you that there's this one Nigeria, this unity, this greater Nigeria. That Nigeria is gone. And the sooner you realize this, the better for you to begin to start making life-changing decisions that will not just affect you, but generations coming after you. Because that Nigeria of old is gone. The Nigeria you have right now is worse than Afghanistan, than Syria, than Iraq, and every other horrible places you have been reading news of terrorism from for the past decade. That your Nigeria is worse than that. Now, you have, there was a time Taliban were in government in Afghanistan, and that allowed the spread, the comfortability for terrorism in that part of the world. Nigeria is comfortable with killer herdsmen, Nigeria government, and they have taken over the government of Nigeria. But the difference between Nigeria and Afghanistan or Syria is that Nigeria is not a country. Nigeria is conglomeration of forceful marriage, where people don't even talk. They don't understand themselves. But people speak on their behalf because they claim to represent them in the project Nigeria. So, turning Nigeria, or even if, now that they have Fulani terrorists in charge of government in Nigeria, yeah, they can only be in government of the, they can only be in charge of that government. And as much as the government is a terrorist government, the legitimacy of the government only binds on those that obeys their terrorist laws. Because that's what Nigeria is now. You may not know, but will make you understand. Pay attention to their silence. That an organization that doesn't grow food, or an organization that claims to represent cow herders, Fulani herdsmen. Let's be diplomatic now. That's what Miyetti Allah claimed to represent and speak for. They speak for Fulani herdsmen, which we know as Fulani armed herdsmen, Fulani terrorists, terrorizing every part of Nigeria, not secretly anymore, in the open. Gone are the days when many of you will say, Maiyegun, stop saying all of these things. You are just making all these things up. Gone are those days. Are those days. You can no longer face me one-on-one now and say, Maiyegun, your government is not supporting terrorists or paying terrorists, because I've got proofs, endless proofs, which you also have, I believe. So therefore, when the government of your country, in a forceful conglomeration, this amalgamation of a thing, says we have to respect the wish and the will of Fulani killers, don't talk like that. Don't say it like that. Don't let us all criminalize Fulanis. We are not stupid. We know the killers. We know their identities. And we know those who are hating them. So we are not stupid that you are a Fulani man in Lagos doing your legitimate business. Does not give that same blanket respect to the killer herdsmen in our forest, and then you turn around to say, oh, we are just hating you because you are Fulani. No, we are not hating you. We are rejecting the killing mentality of your own brothers in our forest. That is not too much to ask. Today, we have seen them. Miyetti Allah was supposed to be speaking for those killers. They have done so well, using intimidation, using the state machinery, federal government, police, DSS, the military. They are so connected, so covered, that it became so ridiculously unexplainable how these killers are getting away from the praying eyes, the eagle eyes of the Nigerian police and Nigerian security agencies. Then we realized that they are in on it. So the people said no. Miyetti Allah threatened all governors that if they refused to let their cows graze wherever they want and all of that, it's a declaration of war on them. They will declare war on the rest of Nigeria. War, they did declare. Because what brought about suspending transportation of food to southern Nigeria? When all of this terrorism was going on in the northern Nigeria, the most outspoken and always consistent outspoken people against this criminality, calling out the government, have been southerners. To the point that people were asking, what's your business? Now family business. May them kill themselves there. Are they not the people who, all that kind of mentality? But when you see the people who speak up and call out the government, people being persecuted, people being killed for speaking out, for calling out Boko Haram's government, you will see the list. Southerners makes the list. They know they have not started killing, kidnapping, collecting ransom in our southern forests and our southern states. Today, they are not only destroying farms, kidnapping farmers, killing them, raping women. Ladies and gentlemen, in Yorubaland, they have sent our people into refugee camps in Benin Republic. And the government has nothing to do about it. Rather, they are pushing the agenda of one Nigeria, we need ourselves. Accept this or just live with whatever comes after your rejection of our idea. That is what they are saying. Conditional peace. How would you give conditional peace to people who didn't sign up to die in the hands of terrorists in a country called Nigeria? Is that part of the deal? Now, Miyetti Allah takes it to the next level. They ordered all the trucks bringing food to the southern Nigeria to stop and return back to northern Nigeria. But here is the irony of it. I was looking at some data just earlier this morning, and I was like, we used to have Ogbomosho yam down in Lagos. They'll say, is that Ogbomosho yam? Very sweet, dry, nutritious. We used to produce almost all of these things ourselves. But gradually, the political leaders in Yorubaland, over the years, they intentionally destroyed agriculture. And they all wanted to build petrol stations. And in the recent past, even though they keep talking about agriculture in Yorubaland, you will barely find one. Government reserved farm, like a government farm, in any part of Yorubaland. Lagos State, which has Ikorodu, which has Epe axis, with loads and lots of farmland, they couldn't find anywhere, not even outside Lagos, in Yorubaland, to build agriculture, to feed our people, and possibly feed the rest of Nigeria. for 22 years. They did nothing. Lagos State had to go to Kebbi under Ambody. We didn't know that it was actually just for political gimmick. What happened? They started what they called Lake Rice. Remember that? Lake Rice. That is Lagos Kebbi Rice. They used that before 2019 election. I don't know if you are still eating that Lake Rice now. So then I was like, Yorubas have been given opportunities to criminals, self-centered people, selfish individuals who paid no goddamn attention or care to what will become of Yorubaland. If something should truncate what they are relying on, like food, that we grow up unable to farm anymore. Not that we are unable to farm, by the way. It's just that our people never receive any support, any tangible, sustainable support from their government, PDP, APC, in Yorubaland for the past 21 years. But what they could give to us is insecurity. The little number of people who continue to cultivate and grow food in Yorubaland at very, very limited small scales, including those who are also like, withdrawing their life savings, investing in agriculture in Yorubaland, then boom, Boko Haram happened. Tifnumbu went to make a deal with the devil and dragged the entire Yoruba into it. Now, including those who didn't support him, at least it is on record. If you have to use your 2015 election results, it is on record that 48% of Yorubas, that is those who they managed to force to vote for them, PDP and APC, 48% Yorubas didn't vote for Boko Haram. That means 48% Yorubas disagreed. If you probe the 52% that voted for Boko Haram in Yorubaland, you will see the numbers of the inflated and fake votes, which might mounted up to make Boko Haram your president. But it doesn't really matter anymore, does it? Because now the entire Yoruba has been dragged into the consequences of that agreement in 2015. Whether you like it or not, yes, we have been dragged into it. In your own private life, you invested millions of money, millions of naira into agriculture. Now, your business, your investment is currently facing imminent threat of either Fulani invasion that will destroy those investments or even kill you. Now, that is something. Imminent threat. That is the quality of what Yoruba leaders, present and past, dead and alive, this is the legacy they have given to us. Now, Miyetti Allah decided to punish you for your stubbornness. What is wrong with you? We ask you to give us land. You won't give land. We ask you to let us graze on your land. You said no. How dare you? Right. We will starve you after destroying all your farms, after sending your farmers away in fear. Some of them are now refugees in different countries, and it will keep growing because Nigeria won't protect us. The politicians in Yorubaland are not bold enough to say that at this point, it is now obvious that Nigeria cannot protect the Yorubas and whatever interests are, all the interests of Yorubas, except for those who wants to continue to use this for their own political gain. They won't come out. They won't talk about it. 4 days after destroying our farms, sending our people away, they decided to block the food. It's not really a good idea, but I'm talking to millions of all Yorubas right now. Millions of you. Over 60 million of us. I'm talking to you now. Yeah? That the region or the people, especially Miyetti Allah, who are cow herders and have the power to truncate or alter the food chain in Nigeria as a declaration of war to force you or your government to agree with them on whatever demand they are asking for. I don't know. They said they need 470 billion naira. I don't know who's going to pay that. Maybe you didn't know that too. They want 470 billion before they can allow you to be able to buy tomato again. They will force your government. That is the plan. But they are quiet. Is that not shocking? Is that not in any way? Do you not feel somehow? Like, how come it's so difficult, even if they have already failed at this point, to come out and say, obviously something is not right? It is not right. The presidency, the Bokwari, have you noticed that they are just quiet now? Like it's absolute nothing. Over 20 billion naira have been lost by the farmers and the traders who always bring all these goods down south. Yeah? The government is keeping quiet. The basket of tomato that you have to pay 4,000, 10,000 for in Lagos, a bag of tomato, they are selling them for 700 naira. In Sokoto, in Kano, everywhere now. They are even like packing and giving people. Miyetti Allah, cow herders, they have that power. They have that power that government doesn't even have. Governors don't have. And you still think everything is all right. Let me take you a bit, just like a break. I'll take you through to, what do you call it, to a market that those who couldn't bring their food down to south, they have to go and sell them cheaply or else, because they are perishable goods. They are. They will all rotting away in few days anyway. No storage facility, no nothing. Terrorists. Apart from them negotiating for terrorists, it is the same Miyetti Allah that is the national negotiator for the terrorists in northern Nigeria. When they kidnap Kankara boys, they have to involve the Miyetti Allah to negotiate with the terrorists. No one was arrested. No one was prosecuted. That's it. Money exchange hands. Boom. I didn't know that Miyetti Allah has such power. Now you should know. Okay? Watch this. And the market with that, since they can't bring them to the south. There's a lot of story around that, especially for the farmers. The government abandoned them. They are now at the mercy of a terrorist. Dictating what and how the country will be run. It's a shame, and it's so tough for so many of us to accept. I know. Here is one, which I finally found somebody who subtitled it for you. The people that Miyetti Allah are threatening the entire Nigeria or the entire southern Nigeria for, the terrorists, they said now government, they give them weapon. That their cows does not give birth to weapons. AK-47 and all of that was given to them by your government. And all this started when APC, Egbekegbe, became your government. It is tough for so many people to accept this reality, I know. But you just have to accept it. Or else, even your own safety, in your own ignorance, cannot be guaranteed. There will be no ignorance of your own mistake if you continue to deny the obvious. Here is what that guy had to say. Government, he swore on Allah that it is Nigerian government that is giving them the
idan ba gwamnati ta daure man wanda yake cikin daji ya ta'addanci ba Allah ubangiji ya tsine man Allah dauki rayuwa ta a wurin nan. Bahilla ce saniya aka san shi da ita sai noma. Saniya ba ta haihuwa bindiga AK-47. Bahilla ce bai da makera da zai kera bindiga AK-47. Gwamnati ke turowa har muka samu. Mu kuma wallahi dalilin da ya sa billahi lazi shekara na 7 ina makarantar allo. Amma lokacin da na dawo na tsinci kaina a cikin wannan abun wallahi ina mamaki kullum ina tunanin rayuwata. Saboda mahaifa na akalla a kasar dan banga da so
It is the government. And who is the government? The agent of death who wants to make more money by spilling the blood of whoever stands in their way. All of this whole thing is connected. And you want those who are speaking for millions of people in Yorubaland to leave all this political correctness aside and face it. State governors are paying ransom to terrorists. They are celebrating them. These terrorists continue to kidnap school children, continue to kill and destroy people's lives. Hello. There is nobody coming up to say, we really need to end this now. We need to end this madness now. Everybody is pointing fingers. It's your fault. It's your fault. It's your fault. It's his fault. Not my fault. It was your, in all of that. Why they allowed terrorists to dictate what's going to happen. Miyetti Allah. They have their own national vigilante. Who commissioned them? Who gave them that authority? Who was there? Who are those who signed it? Yoruba governors. How to call a security meeting with Miyetti Allah. They called it peace meeting. Miyetti Allah came there. No single farmer from Yorubaland who has been a victim of Fulani terrorism and destruction of his farms was invited. No single royal father, a king or a baale from all the places where attacks have taken place on record. Yoruba governors went into a meeting with the killers. They came out of that meeting and they handed them the license to kill Yorubas more. What is that license? In Akure, Yoruba governors like Fayemi, Akeredolu, Seyi Makinde, that Dodoyo in Osun, that Tifnumbu's cousin, what is his name again? Boyega Isiaka, yeah. I mean, no, not Boyega Isiaka, something like that. Something Boyega. Oyetola. I like to call him Mumu or Detola. They went to Akure in the face of the crisis. They went to Akure to go and make deals with killers who came with their own governors from other parts of Nigeria to boost their morale, to boost their delegation. And they got what they wanted. Yoruba governors gave them, they handed them the license to kill. They said, Miyetti Allah will now be included in the security patrol, the local security patrol all across Yorubaland. Miyetti Allah will now be part and parcel of Amotekun, and they will both be patrolling to identify the killer herdsmen. Yorubas rejected that, same way we rejected Ruga. Oshibajo is missing. Even if to say they will kill him if he say the truth now, is it not time for somebody like Oshibajo, who they claim it comes from Ikene, in Ogun State, to come out now and speak and say, well, let us be honest. This government cannot protect Yoruba. And the issue is the pastor, Abi. He should come out and be honest in his own Christ mind. Tell truth to Yorubas and not look away for Yorubas to be slaughtered. Same way, Boko Haram, the breeding mannequin, lifeless mannequin, is looking away when Katsina, even Daura, where Buhari comes from, these criminals that are now collecting amnesty, collecting billions of money, brandishing different kinds of guns, and they also enjoy immunity from arrest and prosecution. They kidnapped the head of Daura. Do you think that should take a news media to report before Buhari knows that it is so close to home? But Buhari is a dead, lifeless, breathing mannequin. Oshibajo is expected to be a professor, educated, but it's a lie. He is not educated. He is only a bookworm, somebody who learn how to read and write, and cram, and use that cramming for criminal purposes. How can what greater crime there is than you to watch your people helplessly being slaughtered, turned to refugees, while you have the power, all the power, to protect them, but you failed to protect them. You even failed to acknowledge their misery, their problems. You bring up flowery species that makes it look like the problem is not a real problem, but the way people are reacting to the problem, using different grammars to disguise and distract and manipulate the people to undermine the danger that they are facing. Boko Haram looked away for Katsina. In Katsina State, people are saving money. Well, they call it ransom accounts. In case if any member of your family is kidnapped, you don't call the police. You don't call the military. You don't call the governor. You shouldn't call the president. Just go to your savings, make a withdrawal, pay the ransom, and get your family member in peace. This is the operation in Daura. They kidnapped the head of Daura, who happened to be in-law to Buhari. Can you beat that? They kidnapped Buhari's in-law. They killed people around him. Guess what? They had to pay ransom to get him freed. Those who did that continue to live, negotiate, and collect ransom, even from government. So Buhari can't protect his own people. If you go to Cameroon now, you will see hundreds of thousands of Nigerians who are running away. Sorry, what am I even saying? Who ran away from Fulani jihadists in Daura, in Katsina. They are now living as refugees in Cameroon. That is where Buhari comes from. So Oshibajo comes from Ikene in Ogun State. Boko Haram has felt it. Oshibajo right now is sitting down in one office, reading the news about our people who are now refugees in Pobe, in Benin Republic. How does that make you feel? If you are a Yoruba man or a Yoruba woman watching me right now, how does that make you feel? That we now have our own blood, our own flesh and blood, brothers and sisters, mamas and papas, children, we now have them stuck in refugee camps in Benin Republic. They have committed no crime. They have done nothing. They have done nothing wrong. It was because those who claim to be the political leaders, religious leaders, opinion molders, economic movers from Yorubaland, they told them that they will be safe if they are part of Nigeria. Now they are part of Nigeria. Their life is becoming misery. The news they have been reading about people turning to refugee in northern Nigeria is now coming home, very close to home right now. How does that make you feel? Because they didn't do anything. Those who are to keep them safe are the people who are driving in those bulletproof vehicles with police escorts. Those who you are seeing on your TV making statements, decisions on their behalf, telling them that they are safer in Nigeria when they know that they are not. So don't blame them. Blame yourself too for believing in those charlatans, those career criminals, those opportunists, those pickpockets, those rent seekers, those scroungers who are parading themselves, speaking on behalf of Yoruba, but they are speaking for themselves, not for Yoruba. For how long, by the way? Watch this. It is real. Children, women, aged citizens chased away from their own communities in Ogun State, and they have sworn never to return to Nigeria again. Have you thought about what could make them believe that they don't belong to Nigeria again? What does that even mean? It means that their ancestral land can now go to whoever want to take it because they value their lives more, because the Yoruba politicians, Yoruba political leaders, they cannot protect them. So, do you get the agenda now? Yeah? More people will have to abandon their lands, abandon their villages, and run away. What will become of those villages and communities? If I should ask you, what do you think will become the future of those communities? And if somebody says one day, if care is not taken, it is either Yoruba will be reduced to nothing, or Yoruba will have to adopt a new identity because it will be too late to fight back. That is scary. Trust me, it should scare you. And it should scare you if you're a politician watching me right now. I have some of you who enjoy watching Maiyegun too. And if you are watching me right now, that should scare you more than whatever gain Nigeria is going to give to you now if you continue to keep quiet. Ask yourselves, where are the governors? Where are they? Where is the government? There is something that the Minister of Defense, a former military general who was sent packing from the military because of his criminality, a thief who worked with Abacha, got reinstated, got another opportunity when Bukwari was given another opportunity by those who gave it to him. And they now ask the Minister of Defense, these Fulani terrorists of 18, blah, 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 blah. What do you think? People are afraid. People are trying to, This is what you have to say. Because the government cannot protect you anymore. Do you really need an interpreter? Please tell me, to make it easier for you, that the government cannot protect you anymore. And the government wants to control how you protect yourself. And when I say government, your Yoruba governors are involved. Your Yoruba senators are involved. Your Yoruba House of Rep members are involved. Your Yoruba political leaders, Obasanjo and co. They are silent. And they are clinging on to the mentality of one Nigeria is what? It is what will actually explode and possibly kill everybody because nobody will protect anyone. None. Yeah.
Is it the responsibility of the military alone? It's the responsibility of everybody to keep alert and find safety when necessary. but we shouldn't be cowards. At times, the banditry will only come with about 3 rounds of ammunition. When they fire shot, everybody runs. In our younger days, we stand to fight any aggression coming to us. I don't know why people are running away from minor things like that. They should stand and let these people know that even the villagers, they have the competence and capability to defend themselves. But our own duty is to ensure no Nigerian is hurt, and we're capable of protecting the integrity of this nation. And we will continue to do it, even though we are so straight.
That is your Minister of Defense, Nigeria Minister of Defense. They call him Magashi or something. Do I have to add anything? Listen to what Fayose added.
When the head is sick, the body will be sick. The president, the leadership of the country, the people that matters in this country should speak up. Should stop allowing Nigerians to die for their carelessness. I want to say to you, there's none of them living in their states anymore. None of them live. I've seen a old senator, a old House of Rep, who says majority of our local governments has been taken over by Boko Haram. Most of us, we live in Abuja. That is the gospel truth. When you see chief of general army staff, whatever, when minor incidents happens in town, you see them carry gun, carry this one. When Boko Haram comes, they will run away. So the problem, the solution is that the government by itself, because they're telling us there's no, the military is being rejigged. This one, the more they try to rejig, because it's not founded in sincerity, you have a worse crisis the next morning. They've rejigged now. They went to school in Samfara. They've rejigged now. Crisis again. We appeal to them. We appeal to them. When you get to those offices out of favoritism, out of the pleasure of an individual, you will want to please the individual more than the nation.
Okay, now let's
Fayose, I don't know if I can add something to that as well. It is well captured. It is just to give you the picture of what is going on, so that you don't build that false hope. Why the country is burning? Yeah? Well, we caught Boko Haram and his power.
The COVID-19 pandemic. At this meeting, President Buhari and Vice President Oshibajo compared notes on what more can be done for the poor in the face of stringent measures put in place by government to check the spread of coronavirus in the country. The Vice President told NTA News that discussions centered on how to resolve some of the very pressing issues around COVID-19 and indeed the economy.
What we're concerned about is how to let the economy remain stable, that jobs are protected.
Do you hear the guy, man? Eh? Do you hear the guy, man? Somebody is asking that what stops us from farming. Now we're not gone. They try stop us from farming. We have people who can grow food, who are actually growing food in Yorubaland, okay? But the problem is that our politicians allowed your terrorist brothers from the Sahel to invade our farms. And they are now invading our farms, destroying our farms, chasing our farmers away. The government can protect them, the military can protect them, the police can protect them, and their killers are not arrested. Now that we are trying to fight back, you are threatening us with food war. It's not because we can't grow our own food. We want to go to the farm. Mojisola wants to go to the farm. She wants to grow her own food. But when she starts the farm, when the farm is about to be harvested, you will bring your cows. Your cows will destroy the entire farm. If Mojisola is not careful, your people will rape her and they will kill her. That is why Mojisola is afraid to go back to the farm. Does that make any sense to you, Aruno? Or Shekau, whatever your name is? Because I actually got that comment there. That why are we not going into the farm? Tell yourselves the truth. We want to go to the farms. Look at all the communities who are now refugees in Benin Republic. These are farming communities. These are communities where all of them, all they know in all their lives is farming, growing food. But we have terrorists from the Sahel, from Niger, from everywhere, that all of you are claiming to be your brothers. And you are now blackmailing us to accept them, accept killers. We say no. So you send them to destroy our farms, Abi, so that you can use food to threaten us. You see, the people that will be the casualty of all of this, they will be the political leaders in Yorubaland. We are going to channel our energy, serious energy, towards all the political leaders in Yorubaland. We have to know their name one by one, and we have to blacklist them, all of them, except any of them that comes out clean, openly, to support the self-sufficiency of Yorubaland, the self-determination of Yorubaland, and the protection of Yoruba people. You see all these people playing games and all of that with one Nigerian nonsense, eh? What they are playing with is fire. The fire they are playing with, it will consume them, and it will consume their friends that they are trying to protect. Take that from me. It is spontaneous. People will react, okay? It is expected, and we have to channel our energy to let our people know that the real enemy here is the political class in Yorubaland, who continue to play politics with people's lives, continue to tell our people to undermine and underreport the threats that our people are facing in Nigeria, okay? So that's what we're going to do. We are going to make sure that all the political leaders in Yorubaland, starting from Tifnumbu, going to Obasanjo, going to all of them that we know, they will be discredited and targeted and completely disarmed in a way that they will no longer have that right to speak for Yoruba again until they come out and stop this political correctness. Nigeria is not safe for Yoruba. Stop telling them there is, it's not that bad. It is worse. And the mindset of those you want to force them to continue to live with, their mindset is to even kill you. Those of you they see as your leader, as the leaders of the Yorubas. So we will do that. Educate our people. Let them know that our enemy are not the Fulanis. Our own, the people who are actually going to endanger our lives are not the Igbos. The Igbos have no role to play in what is about to befall us. The Fulanis, they have no role to play in what is about to befall us. Those who are in charge of what is about to happen to Yorubaland, they are the Yoruba governors, Yoruba deputy governors, Yoruba commissioners, Yoruba ministers, Yoruba vice presidents, Yoruba this, Yoruba that. They are the real enemy, because you know what? They are quiet now. They want to watch us killed. They want to watch us turn to refugees. Watch our people killed, our children maimed, killed, our villages destroyed, so that they can use it to renegotiate their deal with Nigeria. So therefore, we will face them. Take that from me from today. That will be the what do you call it? Because we will not let this happen for a Yoruba man to pay Fulani terrorists for peace on his own land like this.
See, this is 1 million naira. You agree? I agree. You agree? 500. Everybody knows that's one. Take. Who am I giving? 1 million. Take 2 million. Abi? 3 million.
I told you a year ago that if care is not taken, we will be paying ransom to free our people from their captors in Yorubaland. And the police will not be able to help. The military will not help. In fact, they are complicit. A year after, we have received the first outbreak, 2021. Our people are now refugees. those who are currently operating across Yorubaland on different businesses in Yorubaland, they will tell you what it is like to travel down Yorubaland now, travel the cities, travel the state, travel the highway. They have taken over our highway. Lagos-Ibadan Expressway is going to turn to Kaduna-Abuja Expressway very soon. It's going to turn to Damboa Road very soon, where terrorists controls the highway. Then all of you will start using the train from Lagos to Ibadan, from Ibadan to Osogbo. Yeah? And that is what the control is all about. Limiting your option, making you adapt to a terrible situation while the politicians continue to give flowery speeches about how they are trying. What the hell is that? I got this from the past. They say, let's go to the past and just, you know what I'm talking about? See where it all began. I got this. I got 2 videos I want to share with you. The first one is the campaign put together by people who thought they were smart, campaigning for change in 2015. Those who produced this video, or so many of you who got swindled by this video, this is just a flashback to remind you, how did we get here? This is how.
You have just received news that your neighbor's children have been kidnapped. The kidnappers have threatened that their next targets are your kids and you. In your hands, you hold the power to decide who will protect you. Will you choose a man who was dancing the day after 276 girls were kidnapped until date have not been found? A man who has absolutely no idea of what to do about the problem. Wouldn't you rather choose a man who has faced even bigger problems and fix them immediately, once and for all? Make no mistake, the enemies are relentless. Vote for the man who can protect you and your children. Vote for change.
You remember? That was like decades ago, Abby. No. It was 6 years ago. 6 years ago. Vote for the man that will make sure your children are safe. I believe some of you made that video now. When you see this video, you just be like, I contributed to the scam. Yes, you did. And the consequences of that is here to consume everybody. Maybe you can atone. Here is another showmanship of that time.
In the bid to wrestle power from the ruling party.
An agent of change.
After the flag off for their presidential campaign in Port Harcourt, the River State capital, the train is making a stop here in Calabar. Although devoid of all the trappings of glitz, glamour, and personalities that graced the flag off, the message remains the same. Power must change hands. All that done and over, the party's flag bearer made his way to the platform.
The government of APC will attack head-on its security and the economy. My next appeal to you is to make sure you get your permanent voter's card. And you make sure on the election day, come rain, come sunshine, try and put up with any extortion or problem put before you. Go and vote and make sure your vote counts.
From Calabar, the campaign train of General Buhari moved on to the oil-rich city of Warri in Delta State.
Do you want change in Delta State? We want to thank you, we want to appreciate you, and we ask you to stand firm as soldiers of change. In Edo State, we did it. And I know in Delta State, you will do it even better.
Here, the presidential flag bearer promised that his administration will apply the party's manifesto to the polity if elected at the 2015 polls.
We intend to secure this country as soon as we can and efficiently manage it. We do not like the unemployment, the suffering, the low standard of education, the lack of health care, the destruction of the infrastructure. APC government will look for competent, committed Nigerians to lead ministries and parastatals so that we can make rapid development.
Other highlights of the event was the presentation of flag to the governorship candidate of Delta State, Olorogun Ortega.
Who you go vote for? Who you go vote for?
The general ends his campaign today with a pledge to tackle unemployment across Nigeria and also revive the 4 refineries in the country.
Oh, it's nostalgic, eh? That's some history there. 6 years after, nobody even see Buhari again. Oshibajo is now... Oh, man. So it all ended up...
We work with you to build a Nigeria that is not corrupt. I bring you a message of hope. We are going to spend a lot of resources on education.
Luriro, you know it, I know it, and we all do. Today, you can't find them. They are nowhere to be found. And we are, I caught up with this again. I want to share with you. Because we have the Lagos Abobakus, the Oshogbo Alimajiris, who are the distant cousins and nephews to these Buhari Danes, Buhari Dideris, the Buhari Denotus and the Buhari Dijatus, the Buhari Shukus, the Ungoziaris, the Unnekaharis, the obedient fools, the sophisticated morons, the umput slaves, the Mumumadus, the Bele lecturers, and the Mumu lecturers of this world, right? The Lagos Abobakus. Save Lagos, save Lagos, save Lagos, save on yourself. You see, the destiny of Yoruba, that Tifnumbu thought he was mortgaging. Yeah, we are going to deal with the consequences, but it seems that, you cannot be saved, especially most of you from Lagos.
Wash your hands. Wash your hands next time. Because of non-negotiable. Wash your hands, please.
Those are the Lagos. You see, that is the product of Lagos State. If you are from Lagos State and you feel somehow, tell yourself the truth. That is your own dividend of democracy in Lagos State. Lagos State made over 500 billion naira from internally generated revenue in 2020. Oyo State made 46 billion. We can see what Sheyi is doing with his 46 billion. What is Sanwo-Igbo doing with his own 500 billion? Sheyi, that's how I actually pity that one. Sheyi did so much in reviving agriculture in Oyo State. He revived so many farm settlements of the old western region in Oyo State. He revived them. He didn't just revive them. He went on a tour where he took his team to go and understudy another bigger farm in another African country next to Oyo State. He came back. He realized that reviving agriculture in Oyo State, we must make it a culture. So they introduced a new means of having a hand-on for students in schools. They introduced agriculture to the school now, whereby students will have, they will have a first-hand experience of going on to farms and cultivating land, learning how, the agricultural procedures and all of that, especially the modern ones. That is something that is called the homegrown. He is doing that only for Sheyi Makinde to start speaking about when Fulani terrorists are now threatening that investment in Oyo State. Agriculture that Sheyi invested in with the little money he made, revenue degenerated. This is something that should be able to feed the entire Oyo people and feed the entire Southwest if more investment is made. But imagine if Lagos State government invested 50 billion, just invest 50 billion in agriculture, find a partner state in Yorubaland, build land and provide security. But according to them, there's nothing they want to protect other than their own big high-rise buildings, properties, the multi-billion properties that they have used your stolen money to acquire. Since Fulani terrorists will not come there and take over their house, they can kill everybody in the local communities. If you go to Ekpe right now, Fulani herdsmen are everywhere there. Go to Ijebode right now, you will see them there. Then you would expect that they should see the threat, the economic threat of these armed carrying criminals with their cows. But they didn't do anything. So that's why I feel worried for Seyi Makinde. He did well, especially his plan on agricultural improvements in Oyo State. He was doing so well, but the insecurity now, well, I don't know. I don't know how that's going to play out. There are farmers who have become victims of these attacks. So that is that. However, I picked something up, which everybody has been talking about. It is our own vintage, legendary Omoyele Sowore, making a show of his last court appearance. And a show, it was. I want to share that moment with you before I go today. I actually I savored that moment. I was like, God damn it, man. I like that. But it's good. If you haven't seen this video of Sowore in court yesterday, maybe I should be the first one to share that with you. And if you have seen it, well, let's enjoy the moment together. It was quite a show. Well, Sowore has something to say about it too. It's still pretty much about the bogus, bogus charges brought against Omoyele Sowore. You've persecuted him, you've abused him, you've vilified him, you've done a lot. And all he's asking for is that hold these people responsible. It doesn't matter how you want to hold them responsible. Just do it, or else they are going to kill everybody. Whether you supported them or not, they're going to kill everybody. They're going to jail everybody. They're going to send everybody out of the place, exile everybody if they have to. But you continue to vilify him, do that, but you continue to wax stronger. He is my friend, and I love him so much. So this is what he had to say about the appearance in court yesterday, which was later postponed to May. 2 months away, the lawyers didn't show up because they had no case. But Sowore, vintage, he had this to say.
If you look outside of here, can you see something that is red and white out there? Can you see it? Passport photo place. Would you call it a shrine? You are not aware.
It's not.
Yes. Every Nigerian can be represented in a court gallery, whether they are, traditional priests, as you like to call them. And why would you call your own religion traditional when you call imported religions sophisticated or civilized? This is how we Africans undermine our own cultural beliefs and practices. So you see an African well-dressed in court expressing his religious rights and beliefs. You call him a herbalist. Is he wearing herbs on his head? Would you call somebody who's wearing a cassock a herbalist? Would you call somebody...
Vintage Sowore, he will never miss the opportunity to educate if he's asked. But somebody made more explanation about this. Don't take offense, okay? Life is a teacher. The more you live, the more you learn, okay? So don't take offense about what I'm about to share with you. It is just for educational purposes, to back Sowore up. I know if Sowore is watching, he's likely going to say, Maiyegun, because I picked this up to back him up. Watch
North
this.
Africa, which is Israel, is separated by the Suez Canal and is not part of Africa. And this canal was dug a few days ago. Are you okay in your head? We are on the same platonic stone, Africa and Middle East. And God created a garden east of Eden. Therefore, Africa is Eden. We need to decolonize this Jesus story and throw away a white Jesus with his idols. I don't believe in a white movie star from Hollywood who is supposed to have come around and saved me from my sins. How can a white boy with blue eyes die for Africans when they cannot even share land with us? Show me one white man who has died for a black man. Show me one white man. 25 million people dead in the sea on their way to America for slavery. 15 million people dead in Congo. 25 plus 15, 40 million plus people dead. And all their blood means nothing except the blood of a white boy. If you are going to do theology, do it correctly. Do it correctly. And give me an option. If I want to believe in a white Jesus, I'll believe in a white Jesus. If I want to believe in a black Jesus, I'll believe in a black Jesus. But if you want to be true to the biblical text, then be honest as theologians. And I'm embarrassed to be sitting here as a theologian together with some of my theological friends who have gone to school to study, and when we come out of school to study, we actually continue to promote the wrong theology and push it in front of our own people. We have become the colonizers ourselves, Uncle Toms, who are sitting on the conscience of our people. Which is wrong. Which is wrong. How do you sleep at night taking money from widows and orphans? How do you sleep at night taking money from people who cannot afford food and bread because Jesus will bless them? For the past 15 years they've been giving their offerings to you and their lives have not changed. What is the problem? Because you don't have faith. You don't have faith. When Amfundis, do you have faith in collecting money from us? So we need to understand and deconstruct the whole picture and ideology of this white Messiah. And as long as we worship a white Messiah.
Pardon me, I told you don't take offense. It is always for educational purposes. Just, read. Maybe, don't give me that Holy Spirit stuff. I don't know much about it, and I believe you do. But however, just read. It will help. Thank you so much, everyone, for your time today. I have had a wonderful time with all of you this afternoon. I'm going to be back again later tonight, if time permits. If you have the time, you can join me on my YouTube channel. It's good to go there. The reason is because it is safer there, at least for now, okay, where my contents are guaranteed to still be there tomorrow. For Facebook, you can't guarantee anything on Facebook. It's, you can say it's a shithole place for now. However, wherever makes you comfortable, join me the next time if you can. But before we go, let's do praise and worship with this guy.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. lórí YouTube.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn làjù.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn làjù.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Bíjó ìgbádìyẹ.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn làjù.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Presidency bá rúfin o.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn làjù.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn làjù.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá ti ń darí bá.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn làjù.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Aṣòfin ti ń rúfin o.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn làjù.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Òkúra olóṣèlú.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn làjù.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràgì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní má ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣeré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣeré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní má ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Maiyegun ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́hún sọ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lé ibo níṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti jọba lórí abínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà. Àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o àkàmù. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì o. Ẹni bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní má ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.